Hey guys, how's it going? It's 8-Bit Eric, and with all this next-gen console stuff, it seems like Nintendo is getting lost in the shuffle just a little bit. There's not really been much in the way of Nintendo announcements outside of upcoming game releases like Age of Calamity and Mario 3D World with Bowser's Fury, but something interesting has quite possibly leaked in the branch of Nintendo, a Metroid game coming to Switch. Yeah, and I know some of you guys like Metroid. So before we get into this news article, before we get to the nitty gritty, if you guys aren't subscribed yet, why don't you guys click the subscription button down below, enable your bell notifications so you don't miss when I upload, because this could be big. So here we go, guys. It says Nintendo accidentally leaks Metroid game for Switch. So this is speculation still. This is rumor, but there's enough evidence to make you believe this might be fact. So it says Nintendo has seemingly leaked that Metroid Prime 4 isn't the only Metroid game in the works for the Nintendo Switch and Switch Lite. Over on Nintendo's official website, there's a listing for Super Metroid skin and screen protector set, which features a screenshot of a child playing Metroid Samus Returns on the Nintendo Switch. This goes on to ask, what's odd about this? So sit down and think. Well, that's because Nintendo hasn't announced Metroid Samus Returns for Nintendo Switch or Switch Lite. So now it's possible this is a mistake, or it's possible Nintendo simply wants to market the aforementioned product by showing someone using it while playing a Metroid game. Both of these scenarios are not only possibilities, but somewhat likely. However, it's a bit odd and somewhat misleading if it's the latter case. So it says Samus Returns is an action-adventure game developed by Mercury Steam and Nintendo EPD that was published by Nintendo back in 2017 via the Nintendo 3DS that reimagined the 1991 Game Boy game Metroid 2 Return of Samus. So basically it was a Metroid 2 Return of Samus remake. I didn't get to play it or enjoy it on the 3DS. I wish I would have. I don't even own it. It says at the moment of publishing, there's been no word of the game coming to Nintendo Switch. However, as you may know, Nintendo has been porting many of its games to the Switch and Switch Lite, but so far, most of these ports have been of Wii U titles, not 3DS games. So we just recently had Pikmin 3, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, Wonderful 101, Captain Toad, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Bayonetta, and several others. And Mario 3D World's coming up, Hyrule Warriors. There's been rumors, and people have been hoping and speculating that 3DS games would eventually start popping up, especially because Switch is a handheld hybrid. Who knows? It says, however, with Metroid Prime 4 seemingly still a ways off, it would make sense that Nintendo may want to place it Metroid fans by releasing Metroid Samus Returns on Switch and Switch Lite. So at the moment of publishing, Nintendo has not commented on this leak and the speculation it has created, nor has it removed the image above from the aforementioned listing. If either of things change, we'll be sure to update the story. So, let's go ahead. We're going to go to the actual listing so you guys can actually see why there's been a little bit of speculation. So here is the product, which I gotta say, looks legit. This is awesome. Look at that. Looks like a cartridge. The Super Nintendo box, the cartridge. You make your Switch look like a Super Nintendo cartridge. That's legit. And then the skin, everything like that. And it's only $20. I might get that. So let's take a look at that. Screen protector included. Definitely pretty cool as far as things go. But here's the image that's getting people asking questions. Definitely interesting to see that. And this is obviously photoshopped on, so maybe that's why some people are kind of dismissing it. Again, I know Metroid's a series that a lot of people are clamoring for people to have on the Nintendo Switch. People were a little bit let down that Metroid Prime 4 was delayed. So who knows, guys? Definitely something interesting to sink in and take a look at here in the grander scheme of things. I think it's not out of the realm of possibility that we could get it. I think it could happen. Would it start a new lead of 3DS games being poured over to the Switch? I honestly would hope so. I wouldn't mind seeing like Triforce Heroes I wouldn't mind seeing what's it called? The other one, Link Between Worlds. I wouldn't mind seeing the Luigi's Mansion 2, Kid Icarus, just to name some 3DS games that aren't out on the Switch yet. That would be a good start. I believe the Donkey Kong Country Returns on 3DS was pretty decent. Pilot Wings. So there's a fair number of 3DS titles that would be interesting. So for them to show a random 3DS title in an advertisement for a Metroid skin like that, playing on the Nintendo Switch, when they could have just had a blank screen, leads me to believe that this speculation is reasonable. This speculation is something that could quite possibly happen. And it's not out of the realm. Honestly, I think it might have been a mistake. Maybe they didn't think anybody would realize it or find it. But it is exciting to think about 3DS games coming over to the Nintendo Switch for sure. So let me know your guys' opinion, your comments down below in the comment section. Make sure you guys subscribe and click that bell so you don't miss when I upload. And I will see you guys on the next video. Thanks a lot.